The city's luxurious shopping mall stood tall, its sparkling glass facade glowing in the misty night. Beneath its grandeur lay a rarely visited secret, the lowest level of the parking lot. Here, among the dim yellow lights and heavy air, rested the treasures of the elite, luxury cars worth millions. Some of these vehicles had been abandoned for weeks, their owners victims of a tragic plane crash. Before their ill-fated journey, they had trusted this mall's high-tech security over the chaotic parking at airports and railway stations. Now, their prized possessions waited in silence, untouched, yet strangely alive. In a cramped hideout far from the mall, three thieves plotted their heist. Ravi, a cunning man in his 30s, led the group. Karen, a bulky ex-mechanic, had a knack for breaking locks, while Samir, a tech wizard, handled the digital side of things. "This parking lot is a jackpot," Ravi said, staring at surveillance footage on Samir's laptop. "Rolls-Royces, Lamborghinis, all sitting there, waiting for us." "Yeah, but the security is tight," Karen grunted. "Cameras, motion detectors, guards." Samir smirked. "I can loop the cameras for 20 minutes. That's all we'll need." The plan was set. They'd strike on a Saturday night when the mall was nearly empty. At midnight, the trio rolled into the parking lot in their battered van. Descending floor by floor, they reached the lowest level. The air grew colder, the silence heavier. Rows of gleaming cars stood still, their polished exteriors reflecting the dim light. "There's our prize," Ravi said, pointing to a black Rolls-Royce. As Karen worked on the lock, Samir kept watch on his tablet, monitoring the cameras. Ravi inspected another car, a silver Bentley, running his fingers along its pristine surface. Suddenly, a faint tapping echoed through the parking lot. "You hear that?" Samir whispered. "It's nothing. Focus." Ravi snapped, but his voice betrayed unease. Karen finally unlocked the Rolls-Royce and slipped into the driver's seat. The luxurious leather interior seemed untouched by time. As he reached for the ignition, the radio crackled to life. "You shouldn't be here," a distorted voice hissed. Karen froze. Ravi, standing outside, exchanged a worried glance with him. Samir's tablet flickered, then went dark. The parking lot's lights began to flicker too, casting dancing shadows on the walls. "Let's get out of here," Ravi growled. But as they turned, a shadowy figure appeared at the far end of the lot. Tall and humanoid, it had glowing red eyes. The temperature dropped sharply, and the air felt suffocating. The figure glided toward them without making a sound. "What the hell is that?" Samir stammered, backing away. Before anyone could move, the cars came to life. Engines roared, headlights flashed, and doors slammed shut as if controlled by an unseen force. The Rolls-Royce Karen had broken into lunged forward, its tires screeching against the concrete. A Lamborghini sped toward Ravi, forcing him to dive out of the way. The thieves ran toward the van, but the parking lot seemed to stretch endlessly. The shadowy figure materialized closer this time, its guttural voice echoing. "You don't belong here. Leave if you can." Desperate, the trio reached the van. They scrambled inside. Karen started the engine, but it refused to move. Instead, the dashboard lights flickered, and the same distorted voice echoed through the speakers. "You'll never leave." The van's engine roared to life on its own. The vehicle jerked forward. The thieves screamed as the van hurtled toward a concrete wall. Just before impact, the lights went out, plunging the parking lot into darkness. The next morning, the mall's lone security guard discovered the van.